everybody. Spyro jumped down the rabbit hole to retrieve the rabbit hole. Good lord. Well, you can read it right there. So we're about to play some Spyro 3. So Andrew, turn around. Turn around.
Oh, hold on.
Comic mischief. But you know what version? We're not going to be playing this version because this is the black label copy. And we're going to be playing the green label copy, the greatest hits copy. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's get started on that.
Yeah, somehow got drafted into doing this. I wanted to do Mega Man X1.
Well, you know what? Mega Man X1 isn't on PlayStation.
Well, you need to pull out your Switch.
So anyway, Sony Computer Entertainment America presents it. You know what? Actually, we're going to be using some...
Insomniac Games.
We'll be using some...
Crash Bash! Oh wait, is this the Easter Bunny game?
What? It's Spyro!
Spyro.
Anyway, who are we gonna be?
It's obviously gonna be the fairy.
But that's a girl. I don't know. Girl as in G.
Wow, it's like on a 1K modem there in that picture.
Yeah, at first I was like, where's Spyro at? But you can like barely see him there because he's amongst the dragons.
This game's actually has some pretty smooth graphics for the time.
Yeah, it came out in 2000.
Still, I mean for a PS1 game, it has some really pretty good graphics.
Yeah.
At least it was like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Or really super gritty and grainy like C12. I played that game in probably, what, 2006? And I'm still bitter about it.
Which game?
I think it was called C12.
Huh. And then Hunter's Tale, the Polygon stretch.
Let me make sure I'm pretty sure it's C12.
Huh. Well, so here's the thing, is that, there we go.
Is this really just not well-made third-person shooter that came out in 2001?
Oh.
Remember I had a copy I got for just a couple bucks.
We managed
They're talking.
Capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all.
That's what I say.
Go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
I will say I do enjoy her voice a little more in Reignited Trilogy. Because it's not Nintendo, no. Yeah, by the way, the only way to play Crash Bash on PlayStation Network is to put in the code
The
for
holes
Crash
came out
Bash.
on the other side of the Dragon Worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
The other side of the world?
The Forgotten Worlds. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Hunter, lol, why am I here?
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it.
When is Spyro supposed to get huge?
What?
Well, I mean, all the other dragons are 12 feet tall, and Spyro's like an inch.
It took them thousands of years. I don't know. So wait. There is going to be some cheats we're going to put in here.
What the heck? This controller's nasty.
I haven't used it in a little while. So we're going to put in right, left, right, left, circle, circle, circle. I bet you it didn't work at all, did it? Wait, hold on. No, it didn't. This is put in, hold on, let me see. Do you have to hold a certain thing to put in the codes?
What code are we trying to put in?
Oh, the Sparks code to be able to
Find treasure?
yeah.
Let's see.
I don't see any additional information. Yeah, I know, Sylvester. It's crazy. It's insane. What, are you not going to pause it? should be making a noise whenever you do it.
Go to game FAQs.
Game FAQs. Yeah.
Sylvester, what are you talking about?
Huh? Let's see here. Okay, internet, you can start working again. Wait. Cheat codes.
That's the cheat codes that we're gonna need for Spyro 3.
Where are the cheat codes?
Cheat codes.
Wait, here we go. Cheats and secrets.
So they kind of went back to the old system where it's finding dragons, but this time they're in eggs and not in statues.
Huh.
So in many ways, Spyro 1 is a lot, or Spyro 3 is a lot more like Spyro 1.
Okay, so try... Hold on. Shoot. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So I don't see them and...
So, you're the one in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back up that hole you came through.
Whoa.
Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years.
Ooh, let's make the game harder.
Besides,
No, we're not doing that.
expertly trained
Man, that's not that hard.
Take it back.
No.
I'll make myself clear. If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
Oh. So we're not making it harder, actually. What was that for?
Let's see. Got it.
Okay, he's just gonna be
Yep, we're making Spyro yellow for now. We might make him another color later.
vaguely yellow.
Yeah, like a weird
yellow
purplish
shading,
yellow.
weird like
Like a kid had some purple paint and he put some gold paint on it because he thought it would look cool, but you realize he's just a failure.
and promptly decided to. I don't know.
And you decided to go ahead and give him up for adoption because he's not going anywhere in his life. I like how they certainly make Hunter a little less dopey in the face in the Reignited trilogy.
Yeah.
Looks a little retarded.
A lot of people did not like his voice in Reignited trilogy.
I've honestly forgotten what it sounds like.
Someone trying it sounds like someone trying to imitate Sonic.
But does he say
honestly
way past cool?
No, he didn't say that.
No, let's just go ahead and do this.
What? Do what? What are we doing?
Spyro now looks like he's been burnt to a crisp.
What are we going ahead and adding?
Oh, you can apparently...
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, wait, how do I undo this?
Nice work,
Maybe you gotta put it in again.
Okay, that undoes it. I had no idea you could do that.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Pothead King and found the lost egg. Not only that, but some of the dragon magic seems to have rubbed off on you.
Gosh, it would have been funnier if he had, like... If when Hunter started talking, it had Bianca's voice like that.
Oh yeah.
Nice work, Sparks. You've beaten the Crawdad King and found the lost egg. Not only
Oh,
but some of the dragon
it's
magic
playing it again. Oh gosh.
This is a rubbed off on
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Pick up gems when they're even further away.
That's not good.
Nice work, Spots.
That's
Keeping the crowd entertained.
yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Not only
Yeah,
that,
let's
but
pay
Yeah.
attention maybe.
I want to see if there's a way to turn this off. I've never realized that was a thing. Let's see. Alright, let's see.
Yo, Spyro, I just found one of those portal thingamajigs that leads to a different world. But you'll have to glide to get it.
Wait.
Press the X button to jump. Then press the X
Hold on.
button while you're in the air to glide. Just follow me. Yo, Spyro,
Oh lord.
I just found one of those portal
Huh.
thingamajigs that
There's a way to turn the music back on. Give me the music.
leads to a different world.
Huh.
But you'll have to glide.
You know, it's kind of neat that they had that kind of debugging, but it kind of would have been nice if they built in a feature to turn it back off.
Just follow me.
Probably what we're going to do is go save it, exit to the start screen, and try again.
Yeah,
Or,
let's do that.
or we make it a challenge mode, where we have to see if we can make it through the game sane, listening to all those extra voices.
The voice isn't the head, is making those. Oh no.
I don't like the voices they have. They make me sad. Amy, go away.
So before we go into a level, we're actually gonna collect all the gems first in this world.
One of those portal thingamajigs that leads to a different world. But you'll have to glide to get
No, because we need to. I'm working on it.
Okay. I was about to say, you were just not listening. Let's see here.
No, actually, if you do this, it corrupts the whole disc, and the disc will never play music again.
Our hero takes a rest.
I like that nice background. It's pretty.
It's pretty. It's too pretty. I don't know.
There's music.
Do, do,
But I am going to put a code back in and turn Spyro blue.
do, 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 do. Yeah, and for some reason in the Reignited trilogy, they had whenever you put in different colors, he's just a solid that color, and not, you know, like he has texture, and stuff, of course, but like you still tell it's Spyro. But like I'm just saying, like if you turn him green, he's just all green. He's not like shaded green, you know. Is the music off? There it is. Hey, turn on the Reignited trilogy music.
It just needed a second to figure itself out. It had to wake up. That's cursed.
But Buzz Lightyear's head on Woody's body, and vice versa.
Game FAQs. I've been using this website since I had dial-up.
Well, it was probably the only one that could load.
There we go.
What?
What's crazy is this hitbox is actually the same.
It's just funny whenever you do actually go flat, you go down, so he's just like a stick.
Yeah. It's kind of awkward looking. I'm actually probably not going to keep it on for very long. It's a little bit unsettling. Well, I've never really been able to handle the uncanny valley very well. Is that Flippy? We can do this.
Yeah.
And this.
Or that.
And.
What is that?
And last but not least.
What happened?
Purple Spyro, but I thought it'd make him a different shade of purple. I thought he'd like be more purple. I wanted him to be a...
Well, you can do that in the Reignited trilogy. To make them all purple. But again, it's kind of disappointing that it's just a solid color of that stuff. Instead of like just being like still purple but like had the shades of like, or added, you know, gold or green or blue or something. Liam Neeson.
No particular set of skills. You know, I've never really understood Hunter. This fracking douchebag will randomly have eggs to give you, and it's like, hold on, you're here to help out the cause. Why the frick are you holding one of these eggs hostage?
Well, it seemed even worse in Spyro 2, where he just kind of held on to him. In this game, remember in the Speedway sections, he actually, like, you know...
Yeah, he's learned to be a slightly better person.
But yeah, in the Reignited trilogy, this is his voice, and he sounds like someone trying to imitate Sonic the Hedgehog, just being a 90s guy, and...
But did you say way past cool?
No.
Or gotta go fast, or even, you're too slow!
Bruce. Hey, y'all. Anyway.
I done stung myself.
But yeah,
Well, I can see right up them shorts.
yeah. But yeah, like, it's kind of like, I played through it recently, and the thing is that it, I don't know. Is that Hunter's voice, like, no one, I don't think hardly anyone liked it. Hold on.
The dog has entered.
The dog has entered the world.
What up, dog?
What about up, dog?
What's up, dog?
Oh. So I'm trying to understand the logic of the pets here, because it's like whenever they want in the room, they're begging to come in the room, and then when they do, it's like no, did you get everything?
I don't know.
No, you didn't.
Why does that matter?
Because it's gonna throw us off when we try to collect all the treasure in these levels. You know, we're gonna be like, wait, how many's left? Here, let me see it.
I didn't see all the treasure.
Let me see it.
Be alright.
Let me see it.
Just one level.
Where's the rest of the treasure? I can see that coming later. I have this many. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should have had a number that we could, you know.
Isn't there a thing that tells you per level how much treasure's left?
Yeah, but you keep. I don't want to have to keep pausing it just to see, you know, how much is left. At least not until the levels where we have to do that. Not until the situation where we have to do it. By the way, you need to also free Sheila for this level.
That's fair. Or I can go skateboarding and be way past cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping that if there's ever a Spyro 4 and Hunter's still there, that they get a different voice for him, or tell the guy who talks for him to take a different direction.
What? It's just really interesting with this Spyro. They went back to having gems in the enemies instead of those little souls.
Yeah. See, a casual playthrough of this game is fine. A completionist playthrough, Spyro 2 is definitely better.
Are we doing a completionist playthrough?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have to get all the skill points, but yeah, we're. You know, you can burn those trees and you get a skill point, right?
All the trees?
Yeah. All the trees in the level.
Man, if only they blew up like the cactuses in Spyro 1.
Well, the cactuses, not the cacti.
Nope, they're cactuses. Cacti is a word I have officially banned.
Oh, okay. Okay, China.
Just like people that say antennae. Like, I know it's antennae, but it's antennas because antennae doesn't sound right. Or antennae, sorry.
Yeah.
Antennae sounds dumb.
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, if the word sounds dumb, we're not using it. It's like people that use other pronouns that aren't like he or she. I'm not using that because they sound dumb. Zer? What are you, freaking gay?
So, yeah, the reason Andrew's playing this right now is because partially because I recently played through Spyro 3 on Twitch with the Reignited trilogy, but also because this game is
It's not that hard.
I mean, there's missions that are...
The hardest part is the lagginess in the recorder.
Well, that's not it. The hardest part are some of the overly ridiculously frustrating missions.
No, it's the recorder setup. That's what frustrates me with this game.
Well, then it's not the game.
Yeah, get a better recorder. You suck.
Oh, gee, I wonder why I can't go through there. Maybe you should have freed Sheila. Along with that, maybe you should have finished the hub world level.
Nonsense. Nonsense, poopy pants.
And you remember there's some certain areas where you gotta glide over to, and that means, I don't know.
That means that you save 10% here at the store. Would you like to apply for a value card? Well, too bad. You're getting one anyway. What's your name? Your address? Your email? What's the name of your website URL?
How dare you? What? Chickens.
There's a way to keep the chicken alive. I just can't remember how.
Oh, you come back in the level and it's just alive.
It just comes and just like hangs out.
Yeah. Or like you come into a section or something and it's just alive.
It's pretty amazing how long it actually takes to get through a Spyro level. But then if you go back and look, the levels are actually really short.
Well, yeah, it's just when you collect everything.
There's just stuff in the middle of it.
Yeah. And also, some of the challenges are a bit too not good in difficulty. No, I was playing Reignited trilogy, and there were some missions where I was just yelling at the game because it's unnecessarily hard. Oh, you flamed those, the big guy.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Oh Lord.
Is it the cat?
Yeah.
Cat darn near opened the door. So in this one, in the second one, you collect a talisman. In this one, you basically collect NPCs.
Well, basically, I mean, if you think about it, in the second game, you eventually collect just the orbs.
Effectively, Spyro might be an animal trafficker.
Oh, okay. And our animals are playing, apparently. Well, Sylvester's trying to play this part. Let him up here.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Yo, Spyro!
I gotta go catch the lizards. Do I have the... Yeah! Put in a code to get the squid board.
Yeah, I know.